McGregor did. It's really a trick. He gets these people to box with him. They have no business boxing with him, and he's making millions and millions of dollars doing this way after his competitive career is over. That money has to keep coming in if you're going to live like this.
It's absolutely, he needs money.
You think he's going
Once
broke?
again, come on. Fighters like that always go broke.
Because everything that he says is about money. There's nothing else. There's no values. There's no...
Joe Rogan didn't mince words when he challenged Floyd Mayweather, raising doubts about Floyd's claim of owning $42 million worth of real estate across 60 buildings. Multiple credible sources have disputed these figures, suggesting that the wealth Mayweather often flaunts may be greatly overstated. While he presents himself as running a vast financial empire, the reality could be far less solid, potentially a fragile setup built on exaggerations and unfulfilled promises.
Floyd is just piecing him up. Stepped by literally the greatest boxer of all time. Floyd was just boxing him up, which is what he does. So that's what's interesting is Floyd's making more money than anybody, and he's boxing people who have no chance of beating him. It doesn't even hurt his record. Also, money. He needs that money. That money has to keep coming in if you're going to live like this.
It's not that expensive though, but
he's only 46. But he does this with everything, man. He's got $1 million watches.
I don't think he buys every pair.
You think they give them to him?
Yeah. Because then you get a video like that.
Right. That's smart.
And then you get Floyd's Air Force Ones given away for charity. That's a tax write-off. And all sorts of things that goes into
Yeah, you
that.
got a good point. But those $1 million watches, they're not giving you those.
Over the years, Floyd transformed from a dynamic, action-packed fighter into the persona known as Money Mayweather. Joe Rogan pointed out that Floyd gradually shifted his focus away from the excitement of boxing, placing greater emphasis on financial gain, while often showing little regard for his opponents.
Floyd went from being like a real exciting pressure fighter and he had a bunch of hand problems to like Money Mayweather, start talking, just boxing people's faces off. No more hand problems, much more money.
Yeah, I love what he's doing too, beating up these YouTube guys.
It's great.
I love it.
It's so funny that these guys are willing to get beat up by him.
Well, I think they're all delusional.
And one of the reasons why people watch him fight is not because he's like Mike Tyson, just goes out and destroys people. They like watching him fight because they hate him. Because he talks so much shit and he's like, look at my $1 million watch, look at my jet, look at my house, look at this. He's like constantly showing you all these things that he has. Like he'll lay out watches in a hotel bed. Like this is $1 million worth of watches. This watch goes for $2 million. And they're like, this is my small watch that I take sometimes, but when I'll show you, when I'll show up, I bring out the big boy and it brings out this watch that's covered in diamonds. It's like $5 million. And so you hate
Joe Rogan has also emphasized that Floyd's legacy isn't just tied to his skill in the ring, but largely to the wealth he's accumulated. While Mayweather is undeniably one of the most recognized boxers ever, Rogan has been critical of the idea of him transitioning to MMA, asserting that Floyd would struggle significantly in that environment. This highlights how even well-respected analysts have questioned his ability to succeed outside traditional boxing.
Floyd Mayweather applying for MMA license wants 6 to 8 months to train. He's screwed. First of all, they should give him everything they can get their greasy paws on to get him to fight Conor in an MMA fight.
You'd be screwed.
It's not just getting screwed. Like someone said it should be 1,000 to 1. That's not high enough. It's not high enough. If Conor McGregor was going to fight Floyd Mayweather in MMA, it is as close to 100% as anything ever gets ever. He's probably going to punch Conor in the face a couple of times. It's probably going to suck, but Conor's going to get a hold of him. And then he's going to be like a baby. And if that doesn't happen, he'll kick Floyd's legs out from under him. He'll kick his legs sideways. He'll kick them from the outside. He'll kick them from the inside. He'll stay way the way from any sort of a range where Floyd can punch him. It'll be a completely alien range for
On another occasion, Joe Rogan illustrated Floyd's influence by recounting an incident where Mayweather reportedly dismissed a referee during a fight. Rogan pointed out that only someone of Floyd's stature, at the peak of both fame and power in boxing, could pull off something like that. The story underscores how Floyd's financial clout extends beyond his earnings, shaping nearly every aspect of his career.
Referee said Floyd Mayweather hit him behind the head. So Floyd fired the referee in the middle of the bout. Floyd throws this punch, and he's 100% correct. The punch landed the side of the head. It's a right hook. It's a perfect punch. And the referee was saying, watch the back of the head. He's like, what the are you talking about? And so he kicks the guy out, and they bring in a different referee who finishes the fight. It was
Rogan explained that Floyd's extraordinary drive stems from his early life. With a father and uncle who were both fiercely competitive, he was raised to always push himself to excel in every endeavor. This mindset helped shape him into the dominant fighter he became at his peak. Over time, that same intensity appears to have carried over into the way he manages business and pursues wealth today.
Just look at boxing in terms of like how often do you get hit versus how often do you hit the other guy. He's the best ever. The way him and his uncle and his father talk, I imagine they were always super competitive from the time they were young.
Yeah.
Like he grew up being they're super competitive. They're competitive about talking. They're competitive about all kinds of things. So it's like that hive, like growing up with that all the time, and the boxing.
Floyd has publicly stated that he brings in around $3 million each month, implying that his earnings surpass even those of Bill Gates. While such claims may sound impressive to fans, anyone familiar with the structure of boxing purses and pay-per-view revenue would recognize them as highly exaggerated. Analysts have largely rejected these figures, noting that they don't hold up under scrutiny.
Floyd Mayweather says he makes $300 million a month, which is $3.6 billion a year. He makes more money than Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, all of those guys. So I say all that to say this. The money that Canelo was looking for, they can easily come up with that money. Floyd Mayweather got it.
Well, listen, let me put it this way to you. If he makes, what did he say, $300 million a month?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm 6'4" and 240, and I know I'm 5'8" and a half and 240. So there you go. There's no way. There's that. If he makes $3 million a month on his investments, that's a lot. $36 million a year. That's a lot. So I know guys that are worth, $500-600 million, plenty of them, and they don't make $36 million a year, let alone $300 million a month. So there you go.
Floyd has consistently emphasized that wealth plays a central role in his life. He has even expressed a desire for his children to follow in his footsteps and pursue similar business ventures. His primary goal, he says, is to build generational wealth. However, this mindset has drawn criticism from those who argue that he places financial gain above personal integrity.
I believe in building generational wealth. Even like when my children, all four of my children are adults. And I told them, no more handouts, because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by, I give them money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money. I give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. Told them, listen, if you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses, then you can branch off, get your own business, and I'll put the money up to help you start a business, but I need you guys to take what I've already started and triple and double that. And then I need my grandchildren to come behind you guys and do the same.
Even with his enormous income, Floyd has faced multiple claims that he owes money to fellow fighters. One of the most well-known examples involves rapper 50 Cent, who stated that Floyd allegedly took $2 million from him while he was in jail. Floyd had asked 50 Cent to handle his promotion, and after investing the money, 50 Cent later claimed that Floyd acted as if he had no knowledge of the arrangement once he was released.
Them over. I brought him over while Floyd was, still incarcerated.
Yeah.
Then he comes home. There's the Let's Get Floyd Back in Pocket campaign that goes on, where it's $300,000 chains being bought and buying the new Lamborghini and all these new things, and I'm sitting there going, yo, when you gonna give me the money?
Because you had already invested.
Right, like when you gonna give me your half of the money back. But I ain't trying to press him because he just got out of jail, right? So it's like, let him cool his heels before you.
Was that in the millions?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you sitting there big, and I'm like, yo, so when, but see, the fighters are an asset in themselves. They are that talent, regardless. Right. So I'm looking at him going, so there ain't no pressure there, but I'm saying, when is he gonna say he wants to, to give me the other half of it? Why I gotta ask you for it?
Right.
And then when
are we talking over $2 million?
It's about that.
Oh, okay.
At that point, it was, you know, invested in.
All right.
So look, he goes, when he finally does bring up the actual, the situation, he acted like he didn't know anything. Like, I didn't tell y'all to do that. I didn't tell you to do that.
Oh, man.
And I'm looking at him, and he looked in my face and he told me to do that.
50 Cent didn't limit his remarks to a single incident. He went on to claim that many people around Floyd actually harbor negative feelings toward him. According to 50 Cent, Floyd is fixated on money and often disregards basic principles. He added that Floyd's constant boasting about his wealth and status makes it challenging for others to admire him for anything beyond his achievements in the ring.
So the money's really gone.
Yeah, that's what you think. It's get the money, spend the money.
All that money.
And it's been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like within lifestyle, that money is gone. Trust me. Now it's like if you call him, he'll be at your local hosting in a nightclub because you need that action right now.
Do you think he'll step back in the ring?
I think he got to right now because the money.
Floyd's money-related disputes extend beyond past business partners. Logan Paul has publicly stated that he is still owed payment following their exhibition match. Even with the global exposure and millions in revenue generated from the fight, Logan claims he has not received his full share. This situation adds to a recurring pattern of Floyd prioritizing financial gain, sometimes in ways that spark controversy.
Why fight Logan Paul? Name another boxer besides myself that's more famous than Logan Paul. Tyson Fury? What? I want you to look up Tyson Fury, how many followers, and look up how many followers Logan Paul has. Logan Paul, 56 million. Tyson Fury, 4 million. So 50 compared to 4 something. I can fight a fighter right now, guarantee myself 35 million. Or me and Logan Paul can go out and entertain and have fun and make 100 million. So if you were me, you gotta look at 35 million for 12 rounds and 100 for 6 rounds. Big difference.
Oscar De La Hoya has weighed in as well, suggesting that Floyd's occasional returns to the ring are driven by financial need. De La Hoya explained that boxers of Floyd's caliber can often face financial trouble due to extravagant spending. Considering Floyd's lifestyle, luxury cars, designer clothes, and private jets, De La Hoya's concerns appear to be grounded in reality.
Floyd Mayweather fought another exhibition against Gotti last Saturday. A real the crowd booing in the arena at the end. But in the middle of the second round, Floyd literally had the referee swapped out. He didn't like that the referee told him to stop hitting behind the head. Floyd is used to having the refs do whatever he wants, and he wasn't getting his way this time. It was so embarrassing. Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharp's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse. Your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets. I hate seeing this happen, bro.
Floyd has frequently made headlines for his lavish spending habits. Among his collection is a watch valued at $18 million. And he claims to own hundreds more, each worth thousands. While these displays attract plenty of attention, they also raise questions about whether such extreme extravagance can be maintained over the long term, even for someone with Floyd's financial resources.
$1.8 million.
$1.8 million watch.
$1.8 million, dude?
You're the first to see it.
That's insane. That
1.8 is high. 18 life.
That happy birthday, champ.
That's how we doing.
1 point. That is sick, dude.
But you gotta show him what he say, man.
Money green.
No, hold on. This watch was made specifically for the champ, Floyd Money Mayweather. 101 piece.
Oh, that's in the back.
101.
Money team.
Can we see it on him?
Yes, sir.
That one of one.
$1.8 million.
It's a one of one. I love that.
Joe Rogan also weighed in on Floyd's exhibition fight with Conor McGregor, describing it as primarily a financial move. Although Floyd had already retired, he came back for a reported $100 million payday. For a fighter who frequently emphasizes wealth, this event was yet another example of converting fame into a massive payday.
Okay, so your new contract, you wanted no extensions. That's one thing.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
that's one thing.
Okay. What was one of them? The ability to box?
One of them was the ability to box. They said that wasn't an option. Boxing is dead. It's not possible. This and that.
Now, what does that feel like to you, knowing that Conor McGregor did it and fought Floyd Mayweather and made $100 million?
Gentlemen, let's do this.
A bitch, nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Nah. Sneak this that's that shit I don't like.
Floyd has never hesitated to boast about his achievements. He frequently claims that no other boxer in history has reached the heights he has. While his confidence is unmistakable, his constant comparisons to others both reinforce his brand and open him up to scrutiny and criticism.
Well, I think I'm separated now. You know, I don't think there's no boxer in history that has accomplished what I've accomplished. Not bragging or boasting, just speaking the truth. I take my hat off to a lot of legendary champions, you know, that paved the way for me to be where I'm at in the sport of boxing. But that was their era, and this is my era. I had a tremendous career. And we got young fighters that's on the rise, that's under our banner. The ultimate goal is to find the next Floyd Mayweather that can break my...
Floyd stepped into the ring with Logan Paul for financial gain, yet he criticized Mike Tyson for taking on Jake Paul later in life. Fans and commentators quickly noticed the contradiction. It highlights how Floyd seeks to control the conversation around money-driven fights, permitting it for himself, but judging others for doing the same.
Watch something like Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. What is your reaction? When you watching boxing for free, you can have millions and millions and millions of views. But when you're watching Floyd Mayweather, you have to pay. I think WWE is good for Logan, and Jake Paul, easy. At 48, too easy.
Mike Tyson hasn't held back his opinions on Floyd either. He has stated that he dislikes Floyd, pointing out that even in retirement, Floyd continues to flaunt his wealth and lifestyle. Floyd has approached his career with a sharp business mindset from the start. Yet, some of his methods for building wealth have sparked ethical concerns. From delayed payments to inflated earnings claims, there are instances where his portrayal of success appears driven more by image than by transparency or accountability.
Floyd Mayweather is the most successful boxer in history with a 50-0 record, and one of the wealthiest athletes of all time with $1 billion in earnings. But I bet you didn't know it all started with a $750,000 bet on himself. Here's the wild story. In 2006, Floyd Mayweather was 10 years into his boxing career and earning over $5 million per fight. At the time, Mayweather was signed to Bob Arum's Top-Rank Boxing promotion, a partnership which saw Arum get 25% of Mayweather's fight purse. But Mayweather, in 2006, he turned down $8 million to fight Antonio Margarita and said he deserved $20 million to fight Oscar De La Hoya. Arum wasn't happy and wouldn't pay up. So Mayweather paid the $750,000 exit fee in his contract to leave Top Rank. Mayweather then went on to promote his own fights, earning a percentage of every ticket, hot dog, and beer sold at the event, and most importantly, all pay-per-views sold. And just 1 year later in 2007, after losing $25 million for his win against Oscar De La Hoya. Now that's what happens when you bet on...
That wraps up today's video. Make sure to stay tuned for more updates in our next episode.